shake our heads. And when no one is listening, I confess, I let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed with you. I hope I don't scare you too much, babe. I wish to flatter, not alienate. Since I met you, my life's like a train, running smooth, I've been made for you. And when no one is listening, I confess, I let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed. The fact that I'm
All right, so Rosco and I are heading over to, I'm just going to go get his nails clipped. I'm able to groom him pretty well, but I can't clip his nails. And they do walk-ins over at PetSmart, so I'm going to go pay, it's like 12 bucks, and they'll clip his nails. You know, they do it at the vet for free when I go there, but the problem right now is I don't want to go to the vet because I figure it's like when you take your kids to the doctors, you know, and then that's where all the sick people go. So I figure that's where all the germs are. I don't want to take Roscoe to the vet unless I have to. So we got his nails trimmed, and he does not like going in there. As soon as we walked in, he was all excited. He runs through the door, and then as soon as we went into the grooming, he didn't like that at all. Did you just whine? Come here, come here. Oh, come here. Oh, look at him. And they cut his nails nice and short, nice and short. The vet cuts them, but they don't cut them as short. And I'm afraid to cut them too short. I really am. So he's all set. I'll probably have to trim him again. I've been grooming him at home just because he gets less stressed. He's just gotten so, you should see him when he walks into the groomers. He's just shaking, like just shivering, shaking. Are you okay? And Rosco and I just, came over here to the park. And he had a ball. He loves running in the snow. He really does. And there's not a lot of people out and about. Although there are a bunch of kids that seem like over there playing on the playground. But I don't see a lot of people walking through the park. I mean, it's cold. And I'm starting to see some clouds starting to move in a bit. I did stop at McDonald's. I got myself a soda, and I got Rosco a ice cream, which he ate that much. That's about all he'll eat, but it's just a treat. He hasn't had that in a while, and now that he's over his tummy issues and all, we're back to an occasional treat for him. But so John's been going through this. He had to get an implant in his tooth. He went through this full process, going to the dentist, and they actually thought there was some serious stuff going on, but it was a long process. He had to have a bone graft and all, and he finally finished his process. And we thought that was all over, and then I broke a tooth. It's back here. You can't see it, thankfully, unless I open my mouth, which I'm not going to do. But it's back in the back. And I'd gone to the dentist the other day, I had a good checkup, and they said, oh, well, your tooth is cracked. We're going to crown it. They got the authorization and everything. And then I was eating milk duds. I was eating milk duds. I don't think I'll ever eat another milk dud again. I don't ever eat milk duds. And I told, we call her Dr. Tracy, I said, it's your fault, because that day I was in here for my cleaning and then my checkup. I heard her talking to the lady next door in the other room. And she was telling her not to eat caramels because she just had a procedure. Don't eat caramels tonight. Nothing chewy. Being the rebel that I am, I was in the store like the next day and I saw a box of milk duds, and for some reason I just had to have them. I never get milk duds. I am such a rebel. If you tell me not to do something, I'm probably going to find a way to do it. Oh, Rosco, I hear you breathing over there. He's relaxed now. He had his ice cream treat, he's got his nails clipped, and he got to run through the park, and he's a happy camper. But anyway, I told Dr. Tracy it was her fault because I am such a rebel, and she said don't eat caramels, and then I ended up at the store buying caramels. Don't eat caramels if you have a cracked tooth. So now I have to go to a specialist, and I have to have the tooth extracted. John's like, well, do you have to have a new tooth? Is it in the back? I said, yeah, but I'm getting a new tooth. He was kind of joking, but it's like, yeah, I mean, you have to replace it. Otherwise, your teeth start going crooked, But, so I feel a little weird because I know it's there. And it's going to probably be a few months in this whole process to get it done. But fingers crossed it goes quickly. It's always something. It's like I feel like I'm I'm an old brick house, and then I get this crack in the brick, and then you gotta get this the what do you call that, spac what do you call that stuff? They're always just patching me up. But that's the joys of getting older, and it's they say it's a privilege to get older. And it is. Yeah, so this morning I was watching, I forget the channel. If I can remember the channel, I will post it. It's a big channel though. I mean, he doesn't need my recommendation. He's a huge channel. And I mean, he's got like hundreds of thousands of followers. So, but I was watching his video, and he was talking about how we all have this need to create. Which I know this. I'm like, when I first started my vlog, it's one of the reasons I said I started my vlog, is because I just, I'm a creative person. I need a creative outlet. And then he says, you can't get bogged down with what to create. Sometimes, because we just consume and consume and consume all the time. Content. We're always consuming content, information, everything else. So you have to create as well. It's sort of to balance it out, the input and the output. That just makes sense to me. And I know sometimes I start overthinking, like, well, I don't know what to create. I mean, I do a vlog or I talk about this or that, and I bore myself watching my video. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I want to put out content that I actually enjoy creating. And so his recommendation was, well, create whatever it is you are consuming. So if you're like really into a certain thing and you're consuming a lot of that, then share it. You don't have to be an expert on it. Just share what you're consuming. Well, I'm consuming motivational videos to help me kind of spark that spark that creativity within me again. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to share that because that's what I'm consuming right now. And so right now I'm trying to reconcile a few things in my life, as far as a few people that are, they really spend so much time upset because somebody else makes a life choice that's different than theirs, and they have a really hard time with it. I'm not one of those people. I'm just not. And then I have people that get frustrated because I'm not one of those people. And I'm just learning to be me right now. So, that's the truth. And I still want to do a raspberry because I'm having flashbacks to One of those shows in the 80s. Do you guys remember that? Lillian Lily Thompson? Was it Thompson or? Anyway, she's saying that's the truth. Kind of feels good to do that. Well, Rosco and I are gonna head home, and I'm gonna get on the treadmill, get that done because I really need to do that. And that's probably all that's gonna really get done today. It's gonna be kind of a nice, relaxing weekend for us because John's gonna be working on the radio, making contacts. Did you guys know that Tim Allen is an amateur radio operator? I think I'd heard that at one point and forgot it, and then we were talking with some other amateur radio operators, ham radio, and yeah, Tim Allen he is an amateur radio operator. I can't remember his call sign, but he's an amateur radio operator from Tim the Tool Man, you know, Tim Taylor, or I think he played Tim Taylor. Yeah, I think it was Taylor. And then he was, you know, the Santa Claus and, you know, Tim Allen.